Welcome to the Crime Gate, where real stories become dark mysteries. Tonight's case will make you question everything you think you know, because sometimes the truth is more terrifying than the crime itself. He walked into his house like any normal day, but by morning, he was gone. No struggle, no clues, no traci. In a quiet neighborhood, there lived a man named Michael Don. Michael was known as a simple man. He worked a regular office job, greeted his neighbors politely, and lived alone in a small apartment. Nothing about him seemed unusual. Every day, he followed the same routine. He left for work at 8 a.m. and returned home around 6:30 p.m. But one evening, something strange happened. A neighbor saw Michael arrive home as usual. He waved, unlocked his door, and went inside. That was the last time anyone ever saw him. The next morning, his office called. Michael hadn't shown up for work. At first, no one thought much of it. Maybe he was sick, but when he didn't answer his phone for 2 days, concerns started to grow. His boss contacted the police. When officers arrived at Michael's apartment, everything looked normal. The door was locked. There were no signs of forced entry. Inside, his belongings were all in place. His phone was on the table. His wallet was untouched. Even his shoes were neatly arranged by the door. It was as if he had simply vanished. Police began investigating. They checked security cameras around the building. The footage showed Michael entering his apartment that evening, but there was no recording of him ever leaving. Not through the front door, not through the back entrance. It made no sense. Detectives interviewed neighbors. One person mentioned hearing a faint noise late that night, like something dragging across the floor, but no one thought it was important. At the time, days turned into weeks. The case grew colder. Then, a small detail changed everything. While inspecting the building again, a maintenance worker pointed out something unusual. There was a narrow maintenance access panel hidden behind a wall in Michael's apartment. It connected to a network of crawl spaces used for wiring and plumbing. When investigators opened it, they found signs that someone had recently moved through it. Scratches on the walls, disturbed, dust, a faint trail leading deeper inside. But the space was too narrow for a normal person to move easily, and it led to multiple other apartments. And eventually, an exit at the back of the building. Despite a full search, Michael was never found. No body, no suspect, no clear explanation. Only one chilling possibility remained. Someone had entered his apartment through the hidden passage and taken him without a trace. And to this day, no one knows what really happened to the man who disappeared without a trace. If you enjoy real crime stories like this, subscribe to The Crime Gate for more dark mysteries and unsolved cases.